I'm walking out the door with 30 years of experience, congressional experience, 5.5 years with Congressman Railsback, 12 years with Congressman Michael, and 14 of my own. And this is a very good job that I have. It's a terrific job. Being a member of Congress is an opportunity for public service that only 435 have that serve in the House, and I've always considered it a privilege that the people of the 20 counties that I represent have given me this privilege, and so I walk out the door on top of my game. And when people come up to me and say, "Hey, I wish you weren't leaving," or you're leaving too soon, I know it's probably a good time to be leaving, because I've been around politics long enough to know there's a little background noise from time to time. People say, well, how long is LaHood going to be around, or hadn't been around too long? And Governor Edgar knows what I'm talking about here. After serving 2 terms as governor, people were saying, now, is he going to run for a 3rd term? Is he not? Maybe it's time for him to leave. And these little kind of things happen in politics. And so I'm walking out the door without anyone saying, hey, he stayed around too long, or he hadn't done enough, or whatever. And I like that, the fact that I'm going out voluntarily. And you all that watch Congress know what's happened. 2 of my colleagues that I was elected with are actually in prison today because they forgot about why they got elected. They forgot about what the job was about. And so, there's been lots of controversy in Congress about people who forgot where they came from and forgot about the people who sent them to the job they're in. And I've had the good fortune of coming back to my district every weekend and doing a number of things, parades and other activities to stay in touch with people, and I think people have appreciated that. I've appreciated the opportunity that I've had for public service. I have no idea what I'm going to do when I walk out the door, but I know there'll be opportunities perhaps to teach, or perhaps to do other things. But I encourage all of you to take a look at public service, because you can do a lot of good, and you don't necessarily have to be elected to anything. You really don't. I served for 2 congressmen before I was elected, and I did a lot of good, and was very helpful to a lot of people. And before Governor Edgar was elected Secretary of State, he worked in the legislature as a staffer, and you can do a lot of good as a staffer or a public policy person, and you can be very helpful. And public service is a good way to make a difference, in public policy, and to make a difference in the political process. And I encourage any of you that are students here. 2 of my interns this summer are here. Matt and Patrick are both here, and they did a great job for me in Washington, D.C., met a lot of interesting people, and got a real flavor for what goes on in Washington.